Have you ever heard someone say, as a Christian, you shouldn't say you're sick? Maybe you've heard statements like, don't confess sickness, speak only healing. If you say you're sick, you're claiming it. So the question becomes, is it wrong for a Christian to say, I am sick? Let's slow down. Because this question touches something important: the relationship between faith and honesty. First, the Bible never teaches that acknowledging reality is unbelief. In fact, throughout Scripture, God's people openly describe their condition. David often cried out in the Psalms about his suffering. Job spoke honestly about his pain. Paul even wrote about his physical weakness and what he called a thorn in the flesh. None of them pretended everything was fine. They were honest with God. Faith does not require pretending. Faith requires trusting. There's a difference. Acknowledging sickness is not denying God's power. It is simply telling the truth about your present condition. If someone breaks a leg, saying, my leg is broken, is not unbelief, it's reality. But faith enters in what you believe God can do within that reality. Faith says, yes, I am sick, but God is still my healer. Yes, I am weak, but God is still my strength. Yes, I am suffering, but God is still with me. The problem comes when faith is confused with denial. Pretending a problem does not exist does not make it disappear. Jesus himself acknowledged sickness. In the Gospels, he didn't tell sick people to stop saying they were sick. He healed them, which means acknowledging the condition was not the issue. But let's talk about the other side too. Words do matter. Constantly speaking hopelessness or declaring defeat over your life can shape how you think and respond. So the balance is this: be honest about your condition, but anchor your hope in God. Christian faith is not about ignoring reality. It is about trusting God within reality. You can say, I am sick right now, and also say, I believe God can heal me. Those two statements do not contradict each other. They express both honesty and faith. Even the Apostle Paul told Timothy to take a little wine for his stomach problems. In other words, the early church acknowledged illness and sought solutions. Faith and practical wisdom were never enemies. So maybe the real issue isn't the sentence, I am sick. The deeper issue is, do you believe sickness has the final word? Because Christianity teaches that the final word belongs to God. Healing may come through prayer, through medicine, through time, or sometimes in ways we don't fully understand. But God's presence remains constant. So no, it is not wrong for a Christian to say they are sick. What matters is where their hope rests, not in denial, but in trust. So let me ask you, when you face sickness, do you feel pressure to hide it or freedom to bring it honestly before God? What do you think?